Hi Fad Campers, it's Grace here and I have some new stand updates I'd love to tell you about. If you're based in the UK, I will be doing some dates in July and August and I'd love to see some of you there. I'll be in Leeds doing a work in progress with Amy Annette on July 4th in the Hyde Park Book Club. I'll be in Brighton on July 6th with Alison Spittle in the Comedia Comedy Club, and I'm going to be doing my own work in progress show in Glasgow on July 12th at Good Egg Comedy. Also then, I will be at the Edinburgh Fringe, of course, for the entirety of August, from July 30th to August 24th. I'll be at the Assembly George's Square at the Crate, 10 to 3 every day. Would love if you could tell anyone you know who's going to be at the Edinburgh Fringe to come see my show. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
What's the best way to reduce? Eat plenty or starve yourself?
30 pounds in just 18 weeks. Jenny Craig totally worked.
I love to eat, but overeating made it impossible to lose weight.
My body wants bread, and I'm going to give my body what it wants.
Oh my God.
So I lost
Naturally.
Medical studies prove that overeating is the number one reason for weight gain. If you need to lose weight, use safe and natural springs away and bring your weight down without the use of the same diet.
Welcome to Fad Camp, a podcast that throws a comedy eye over our societal obsession of diets. Now, a little disclaimer, we are not health experts, but we are fad diet connoisseurs. I'm your host, comedian Grace Mulvey.
And I'm your co-host, Conor Dowling.
Welcome to Fad Camp. Hello and welcome to Fad Camp. Oh my God, Conor, we are in the fancy studio today.
This is just such a treat. This is incredible. Our voices sound amazing.
It sounds so sexy right now.
We look camera ready as well. This is being recorded visually.
Yeah, we're really nervous about it.
Yeah.
We're not comfortable on camera.
No.
We're much more confident on radio. But listen, that's what we're trying to fight against on Fad Camp. Make us more confident on camera. I can't say that 10 times. Right. So this episode, we're in the fancy studio, and actually the fact that we're doing this episode on The Biggest Loser feels like it's cosmic timing. I have been putting off doing this episode for the longest time,
God.
Conor. And I think it's because of survivor's guilt.
This has been hanging over us for so long. We've been living under the shadow
of The Biggest Loser
for our entire lives, but also for this entire show. It's going, oh yeah, we must do that show. We must do that show.
And the thing is, so anyone who is familiar with The Biggest Loser, I mean, to say it's problematic is an understatement. But I was the biggest fan of Biggest Loser for so long, Conor. Like my teen years, Saturday mornings, you know, I know that people were watching, I don't know,
cartoons.
Going out, watching cartoons, going out and like socialising with friends. I was sitting watching The Biggest Loser and judging the hell out of the contestants and myself at the same time.
And Grace, I just want to just acknowledge that I know this is like a really like big and intimidating topic for us to cover, and I can see you're actually trembling. You're trembling.
The reason I'm trembling is because we have done episodes on TV shows before, such as Super Size versus Super Skinny. They take a lot of work because you have to do a lot of research about them. But The Biggest Loser, like, really was, for me, one of the first weight loss reality TV shows that, like, not only like is the most popular one really out there, but I mean it has spread all over the world. There's like a Philippines Biggest Loser, Australian one is huge, the UK one really popular as well. So there has been like different editions of the show all over the world. It really, for me, it started with the US one anyway, and I'm pretty sure the US one is the first iteration of it anyway. But because of The Biggest Loser, all of these other shows sprung from it.
Of course,
and that's why it was so difficult to tackle. And also because there's been so many controversies surrounding it since, that like when I say, if you like Google The Biggest Loser controversies, you're just going to see, and it's like real publications as well. Like you got the New York Times, The Guardian, like The Atlantic. They're all really like doing an in-depth analysis of this thing that, like, by the way, is still going. So anyway, we're going to go into all of this. Absolutely.
And can I just say as well, from my own perspective, while it wasn't a show that I watched as religiously as it sounds like you kind of did,
we don't follow any religion in my house. It's only The Biggest Loser.
I went to mass on Saturday and Sunday morning. You watch Biggest Loser. Okay, that's all I'm saying. No, but even though it wasn't a show that I watched all the time, I definitely saw episodes of it. I definitely saw clips of it. And I also remember every time you switched to one specific channel, whatever channel it was on in Ireland, back when are we talking, like the early 2000s or something like that?
Yeah, I always feel like it was on like, do you know those random channels you have like Dave or like, you know, like Sky? There was always these like really odd like channels that would literally like, it's almost like they'd have it on 24/7.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I felt like there was a channel in my house and we didn't have any satellite channels. I think it was literally on like TV3 or E4 or something like that.
Yeah.
That without fail, when you switched to that channel, The Biggest Loser would be on. Like, remember when E4 used to do 24 hours of Friends?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was like they would do 24 hours of The Biggest Loser. So you were just guaranteed to see a little bit of it. So it's definitely like no one has gotten away from the show unscathed. Like,
I feel like it's in the zeitgeist anyway. Even if you weren't following it religiously, like myself, praying to it. I had a deity at home. I had like a little altar. But yeah. So listen, we'll go straight into it. Okay. So The Biggest Loser. I just can't believe we're covering this. The Biggest Loser history, right? So I'm going to focus really on the US version of The Biggest Loser. I'm not going to go into, I mean, we could talk about the UK one, which a lot of people probably over in Ireland in the UK would be more familiar with, but I'm going to focus in on the US one. So The Biggest Loser is an American competition reality show.
It's like a game show.
So it is a competition, right? That began in 2004, went on until 2016.
2004 to 2016?
Yes.
Wow.
On NBC before moving over to USA Network in 2020. So it was gone for 4 years and then started again in 2020, which for me was really surprising because I feel like we're coming into more of an awareness at the moment of like kind of anti-diet or like not focusing on people's weight or how destructive these things are. And then it came back up in 2020 and they were like, do you know what this pandemic needs? It's The Biggest Loser.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Lose those COVID kilos, baby.
COVID kilos. The show features as... now, this is the description that the show uses. The show features obese or overweight contestants competing to win a cash prize by losing the highest percentage of weight relative to their initial weight.
Oh, okay.
So it's percentage, because obviously if you went just by pounds, usually it's men who would lose
people
the most.
with different weight types and so, or weight amounts,
Now, Conor, can you guess what the cash prize was for The Biggest Loser?
For the biggest loser, as in the loser of the biggest amount.
No, the biggest loser.
Yeah, exactly.
It's whoever you thought is just a massive loser.
Such a clever name.
Listen,
oh my
wordplay.
God.
Whatever executive
whoever
came up
with this name was just like, got it. Genius.
I'm sure they wanted to call it Big Fat Losers, Stupid Bastards or something.
Totally. They're like, maybe not.
Yeah.
The crash prize, I want to say 100 grand.
No, higher.
$1 million.
Lower.
250 grand, 300 grand, 350 grand.
$250,000.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
I guessed it on the fifth try.
So, $250,000, which by the way, they usually had about two prizes. So you had The Biggest Loser, which got $250,000, and then like you had someone else, I'll go into it, who might have gotten
the
like
lesser
a lower
loser.
Lesser loser. The lowest loser would get like a lesser prize. But $250,000, and so you can imagine the type of contestants that would be attracted to this are a lot of people who like would be giving up work to go into this show, and a lot of people in the States in particular who might have debt.
Yeah.
As you know what I mean, like
medical bills,
or a lot of people from impoverished areas where they mightn't have access to nutritional food. So you know, anyway,
and that 250 grand, to be fair to the show, like that's going to get you through like 10 years of therapy post being on this show. So like. They're doing them a good service.
I imagine that's how they calculate it. Okay, so how much trauma are we going to actually put these contestants through? Okay, 250, that's going to get them through.
That'll get them pretty far.
Yeah, listen, fair play. Each season of The Biggest Loser lasted approximately 30 weeks.
Each season?
Yeah.
Oh, because there's several contestants, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a lot. No, there's, I think like 22 contestants.
They come on in pairs. You're probably going to get into this, right? Yeah. As I recall, I believe there was a man and there was a woman, and they both tried to lose weight.
Don't mansplain my religion to me, okay? But yeah, you're right.
I know I was right.
But as you can see, there's a huge chunk of time, so 30 weeks out of someone's life, right? So you're talking like over half a year.
Oh my goodness.
Over someone's life. So these people are giving up work because they have to go.
Oh my God.
And take part in this and give up their life for it. So anyway, the contestants are grouped into teams, okay? So all wearing like separate coloured t-shirts. So they come in pairs, as you said. and they work with a specific trainer. The trainers are responsible, in conjunction with medical personnel
thank
retained
God.
by the show, for designing comprehensive workout and nutrition plans and teaching them to the contestants, okay? Now, as part of the show, and that's all kind of very bog standard as part of like any weight loss show.
Yeah.
But on top of that, The Biggest Loser also has various challenges and temptations.
Temptations,
Conor.
you say?
Temptations.
That sounds saucy.
Oh, it gets sexy on this show. If you can imagine what the temptations are.
I don't
right?
know. A room full of donuts. Is that what we're talking about here?
Yes.
No. What? I just thought of the most stupidest thing I could think of.
How do you think the media views fat people?
Well, donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They treat them like actual living walking donuts. And they they go, oh, the biggest temptations to you fat dum-dums is food. So anyway, each week culminates in another weigh-in to determine which team has lost the most amount of weight for the week.
Okay.
So people come in pairs.
Yes.
Okay. So you might have like 11 pairs.
Yeah.
Right. And like the pairs will be like people like a mother and daughter,
Yeah.
father and son,
Husband
best
and
friends,
wife.
husband and wife, all this
Yeah.
sort of stuff.
Two people on a first date, they're like, what did we sign up for?
On a first date. They get them in the restaurant like, hey, you're two fat people on a date. Do you want to
they
lose
just
some weight?
stand outside the donut shop recruiting people.
Sorry. So basically, but then when you come in your, couple, they still want two teams to work with the trainers. So like they'll like take half of the pairs and put them into one team and the other half into the other team.
Oh, so they kind of mix them up a bit. They split them
Yeah,
up.
no, they don't split them up.
Sorry,
But
okay.
say if us two went on the show,
Right, which would be amazing.
I mean, listen, if the executives are listening,
I've got 30 weeks to spare. I'm not doing it. Are you doing it for 30 weeks?
No,
Okay.
I want my life ruined.
I'm in.
We'd be put with one trainer who would have a team of different pairs together.
Gotcha.
So anyway, the team that has lost the least percentage during the week, known as falling below the yellow line. So they have like literally, a screen.
Right.
And if you're below this yellow line, you're up for elimination. Okay, which means you've lost the least percentage.
Oh, and people get voted out like the X Factor or something like that.
Yeah. So one member will be voted off, right? When
the actual original working title for the show was the X Fatter, but they just thought it was too obscure.
Fear Fatter. all of these shows. When the number of contestants...
America's Next Fat Model. Okay, anyway, right. Just had to...
That's amazing. I would watch that show. America's Next Fat Model.
That
should be a show. When the number... Tyra Banks, are you listening? When the number of contestants has shrunk to a predetermined smaller number, then the teams are dissolved and then the contestants basically compete one-on-one.
Oh
so
my
then your
God.
teams are gone. So then it's like every man or woman
So
for
your
themselves.
wife could be gone and you're still fighting on
Yeah,
the team.
they literally take her at the back, they shoot her.
Oh my God.
And then it's like the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally based
Oh my
on the
God,
Hunger
literally
Games.
the Hunger Games.
Yep,
Wow.
yep. Yeah, they drop donuts into an arena.
Oh my God.
And you fight to the death. The season finale features both the contestants remaining on the show and those who've been sent home early. So like anyone who's been voted off comes back at the season finale, okay?
Okay.
The latter, those who are sent home early compete for a smaller prize. That's what I was kind of saying. There's like a smaller kind of consolation prize. When people who've been voted home, they continue to try and lose weight at home from what they've learned from The Biggest Loser. And so the ones who've lost the most percentage from when at home
While
get a
being at
smaller prize. That's kind of what I take it.
God.
Now,
Okay.
this all changes seasons because
Okay.
there's been like 17 seasons.
So it's
of
like an
course,
incentive to like, you can
keep-
still do it
yes,
while you're at home.
Exactly.
You just won't have the studio lights on you and the big screen with all of your details on it.
And you
in front
won't
of
have a
everyone.
trainer screaming in your face.
Screaming in
Yeah.
your face. And I just want to say, we're having fun now. This is a comedy podcast, but I have a feeling things are about to take a dark turn because I remember horror stories from this. Just, through the news and diet books. Sometimes you would read a diet book and it would be like, here's a horror story from The Biggest Loser. Let's not try to do that. But also, you should try to lose weight with this diet book.
Exactly, yeah. I love when they do that. They're like, what they did was awful,
Yeah.
but here's my gentler way
Yeah.
of telling you should still change.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to go into exactly what the trainers put people through. But when I say it is toxic, like the stuff that was said, it's just so
God.
wrong. But anyway, so You have the smaller prize, but then you have the larger prize, and the person who wins the larger prize, obviously $250,000, and your title of the Biggest Loser. So each episode was about 2 hours long. The episode I am going to go in depth with was like an hour and 30 minutes without any ads.
Like a feature film.
It's like a feature film, yeah.
But so this is just one episode of the season, of this 30-week season.
Yeah. Oh, I just picked one episode. No, I'm not going through the bloody 30. No offence, lads. I know I put effort in.
Is now a Biggest Loser rewatch show. You know, the Office Ladies or the Scrubs podcast.
Or Gilmore Guys. Imagine we did that. We just went through every episode of like, I also, by the way, doing research for the show, I remember I sent you a video. I was so nervous to go into the research because also it brings up a lot of stuff because they're saying things that at your worst time you say to yourself about being fat or like having weight on you or whatever. So like I was like, oh my God, am I going to literally turn into this person who now does like only eats 800 calories a day? And
sure, it can. You can still watch something like this and go, oh my God, that's so terrible. They're so mean. How could they say that to someone? But still being delivered that subconscious message of I'm too big. What if I fasted for a while, or what if I cut these 5 food groups or whatever?
Oh my God, they demonize food so much, and also like the show is edited to make fat people look like the laziest, stupid, most unhealthy people you've ever met. Yeah. And like that's what I mean, it does. It gets into you anyway.
I almost just started crying. I'm just going to be totally honest for everyone at home. I'm very emotional right now. Yeah. I almost started crying when you said that.
Oh, Conor, you're beautiful, baby. Don't you watch this show? Although now I'm going to show you loads of clips. Yeah. But don't you watch this show? Okay. So just go quickly into it. Right, you have the temptation. The temptation usually requires contestants to gamble by eating or drinking delicious high-calorie foods in exchange.
So exciting. Gamble with delicious food? Where can I sign up?
Gamble with your life. It's a gun to your head and it's like Russian roulette.
But there's donuts in the gun. It's like, is the chamber going to have a donut in it or a bullet? Which one's worse?
I'd love a donut gun. In exchange for something that they want. So like examples are, if you eat a sweet, you might get a chance to call a loved one back home.
What?
That's what I mean, Conor, when I say this is like effed up.
Some sort of fucking prison shit.
You could eat a slice of cake to win an exercise bike, or give up time with a trainer to win some money.
Okay, wait, so hang on. So I'm still stuck on this calling a loved one back home thing. So you can eat a slice of cake and then you will be given the opportunity to call a loved one, but that might add to your weight total for the week and you may not win. So sacrifice calling your loved ones by not eating the cake and possibly hit your weight target.
And you know what's so interesting? Now that I think about it, hearing this out loud, I'm like, it almost is like a kind of metaphor for when you go out to dinner. Yeah. Like in a restaurant with the family to enjoy, like say like catching up with friends or family, you might go out to a restaurant, enjoy delicious food, but then that delicious food might make you fat.
So don't go.
So don't spend time with loved ones. That's literally what it means.
Those loved ones just want to get you fat.
They just love you the way you are, you simpleton. Yeah. So that is it. The temptation, and one of the temptations I watched,
getting all sauced up here.
One of the temptations, and do you know what? I guess first of all, it's like, to call it a temptation, it's basically just nice food that they get to eat, right? But like, also, it doesn't teach anyone anything about listening to your body or eating food or like maybe like enjoying food. Yeah. It's all about like, okay, so you wanna get this thing, you're gonna have to eat all these calories. And like the temptation I watched, right?
That's so fucked up.
The way they did it, they had
That's so fucked up. Like, why?
I know. But they had 3 tables, Conor, okay?
That's purely for entertainment. I'm sorry, but that's purely for entertainment.
Yeah.
It's so we can go, because we know they're going to be emotional, on this process away from their family for like, 30 weeks and stuff.
But by the way, some of these people have kids. They have children at home. And they're like, oh, you want to talk to your child? Well, you big fat dum-dum, you're going to have to eat something. And it's like, that's what I mean.
That's cruel. That's genuinely cruel.
That's what I mean, though. This one, The Biggest Loser, really takes it up a notch to other weight loss shows we've watched by doing things about, like, competing. Yeah. Like, it's not about actually liking yourself or health. It's about competing. Yeah. So anyway, the temptation I watched, they had 3 tables. And, like, one table had, like, snacks with only 50 calories. Another table had, like, snacks that were, like, 100 to 200 calories. And the third table had snacks that were, like, sausage rolls and donuts and
cakes. Table number 3 all the way, baby.
Baby girl. I want to be sponsored by table number 3. But basically, if you ate...
Table number 3 is going to cater my wedding or my funeral.
Or my funeral. So if you ate, right, say from like table number 3 and you ate an entire plate, you would get to like, it's so stupid, throw something at a balloon. There was all these balloons, right? Throw something at a balloon, and there was more immunity cards behind these balloons. So then you'd get immunity for that week. But if you pick like the 50 calorie one, there was less immunity cards behind their balloons. So it's like you'd have to eat. It was just, I was like, it was so convoluted and so over the top that I was like, this makes no sense.
Yeah.
And it's all about immunity for that week, so you get to stay there longer. But you'd have to maybe possibly put on weight to stay there longer.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, so then
it just basically says losing weight actually isn't really the important thing here. It's providing entertainment for people. Providing
entertainment for people, but also staying there the longest. And also, there's money involved. So once again, $250,000 for you to put your body on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? For a lot of people who are, like none of these people were rich people. Do you know what I mean? So like $250,000 means a lot to them. And if you're constantly being told by everyone in the show that you're going to die if you don't lose weight, then of course you're like, oh yeah, like this is about my life.
Yeah.
So you get into this weird sort of like cult-like thinking where you're like, I have to be here in order to survive and live my life and to not die, but also to get this money.
I'm sorry, but also when you think about it, like $250,000, okay, that's a lot of money. But for 30 weeks of hard work where you're endangering your physical and mental health, right? And you're probably the rest of your life, your relationships might suffer, your job.
Oh, we're going to go into it. They definitely do.
Might suffer. But you know what I mean? It's like there are game shows, like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
A million,
You're there for one night. You answer a few trivia questions. It's like a pub quiz.
That's actually so true.
And they hand you a check for whatever you can get to.
Yeah.
And it's one night. It's one evening of your life. But this is like, hey, how about for 30 weeks? Like, if anything, you could probably just get a new job.
Yeah.
You know, and work less hours and put yourself through less physical and mental pain. Yeah. And maybe just, you know, get a gym membership or join a sports team or whatever and try to lose a bit of weight if that's what you want to do. And earn, like, you know, between you and your partner, earn close to that amount of money in the same time.
The thing is that they keep saying to the people on the show is, how have you let yourself get to this? You're going to die soon. Like, you're going to have a heart. Like, they constantly tell them that they're on the brink of death.
Because I'm going to kill you.
So if you put that into someone's head,
oh, totally.
You know, it changes everything. They're just happy to be there. Okay, so you have the reward challenge. This is another thing where contestants compete to win a prize. Prizes range from immunity, as I said, which is exemption from elimination, exercise equipment, phone calls home, weight prizes. Oh yeah, they do this thing, the weight prizes, which allow winners of a challenge to have a greater weight loss at weigh-in, or losers of a challenge to have a lower weight loss at weigh-in.
Right.
So if you win, you get like a 1 pound advantage. So if you lose 6 pounds, actually they're going to say, oh, you lost 7 because you have your 1 pound advantage. But the person who does the worst gets a -1.
Yeah.
So you could lose 5 pounds, like, oh, but you only lose 4.
So it's just arbitrary. Like, it's so frustrating. So then that's just got to be so confusing for these poor people who are like, but I lost the 5 pounds. Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing here? It's like, no, but you see, -2 equals fuck you. Yeah.
And the square root of pi, you fat piece of shit. Yeah. But like, I feel like I'm doing a beautiful mind looking at this.
Oh my
I feel
God.
like, So then you have the initial workout, okay? Contestants work out with trainers. During this segment, the trainers often speak to certain contestants, especially those doing poorly, usually about their underlying emotional issues, such as losing a loved one, or, you know, their just history.
Seems like a good time to bring this up.
You know, a great time in the gym with a trainer that I don't know has had any training in
there's cameras present.
Yes. Yeah. I really like that the trainers are like, because I have a fantastic ass, I'm going to be able to talk to you about your trauma from your past.
Yeah.
Don't know what any of their qualifications are in terms of being able to, like, are they psychiatrists, psychologists? Absolutely not. Last chance workout. The last chance workout is often the most grueling one, and that's just before weigh-in. Okay? The last chance challenge. Like, once again, all this stuff. This is like kind of a mix between the reward challenge and last chance workout. It's basically, the challenge is usually inside the gym, and it's like a last minute thing that you get to do before weigh-in. So you'll have a 2 pound weight advantage. Then you have the weigh-in, and then you have the vote. Now, I just want to talk very quickly about the vote, okay?
Sorry. The vote, when I think back to it, now I'm like, if this wasn't so tragic, it'd be hilarious. Basically, it's the final segment of the show. The team that have like the least percentage of weight loss are up for elimination, right? It takes place in a dining room.
Okay.
Full of refrigerators that are labelled with each contestant's name.
Oh, God.
And the food.
That sounds like something out of a slasher movie.
I know.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
The refrigerators are labelled with the contestant's name and filled with contestants' favourite tempting food.
Like filled? Like a fridge just full of sherbet? Like, is that what we're talking about here?
Do you know what? Might it be filled with like Pepsi Max?
Might it be just filled with single slices of pizza? Not full pizzas, just single.
Might it be filled with single slices of cheese? You know, like those
Homer,
things. Yeah. So, sorry. Prior to the vote, contestants facing elimination plead their case, right?
Okay.
With their team.
This sounds
onto
so
why
fucking dystopian and Orwellian. It's
yeah,
so weird.
Exactly. About why they should remain on the ranch, which is what they call like the place.
Ranch. Come on. As in the place where cows live. Come on, people. What is this? What is this?
I didn't even consider that.
Ranch, fuckers, where animals live on a ranch.
Yeah. The contestants facing elimination arrive at the dining room first, and the other contestants who are like voting them out come in carrying a plate containing the name of the person they want to vote out, but like they have it covered as if it's like, you know, like they're like,
oh right,
reveal it. Once again, all to do with food, revealing.
Yes. Like Come Dine With Me, where they show the prize at the end.
Yes, yeah,
Except
exactly.
The prize is like something really shit in this case.
Exactly. In the event of a tie, the contestant or team who lost the least percentage of weight is eliminated. Okay. Mm-hmm. So that's basically how the show works, right?
I don't remember this part, like in the bits that I saw in the past. I don't remember that fridge dining room.
That's because obviously you didn't watch the whole episode like me.
Didn't. I should have, yeah.
Obviously you weren't so into it that you were like, oh, I have to see which poor person gets sent turfed out home of the ranch. Okay, so I focused in on an episode for this because like obviously there's so many episodes you could do, so I was like, you know what, I'll just pick a random episode from a random season. The first thing that came up was season 7, so I went, okay, I'll go episode 1 season 7.
Any random episode, it doesn't matter, just like let's just see what happens. Let's
do it. Okay, so I'm going to start with the first workout. Okay
we're going to do that in studio here today. Okay, amazing. That's why you had me wear yoga pants.
Yeah. The first workout is usually done with the trainers, and the trainers are Gillian Michaels and Bob Harper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those names are like infamous in the diet world.
Oh my God. Gillian Michaels in particular is, it's almost like she has her own empire, okay? Mm-hmm. But the first workout is usually like they arrive literally on the ranch, like the cattle that they are.
Like the cattle like herders. That
Yeah. There's 2 farmers who are like, get in there,
all the poor people just like spooked running through the field. This is our first workout.
Now, it's usually done with the trainers, but in this season 7, episode 1, to spice things up, because obviously they're running out of ideas, they get the contestants to work out without the trainers. So they literally introduce these people into a gym.
God. They're like, just have at it, kids.
Have at it. But like, can I just say, all the contestants, this one is a couples one. Okay, so they have everyone coming in couples.
This season is
called the couples. So once again, father, son, daughter, mother, brothers, cousins, and one couple I have to point out is a 63-year-old married couple, grandparents.
Come on.
So like they put them into the gym, and like obviously the grandparents are literally standing there, like, and some of the stuff like looks like sex equipment. They're like kind of holding like bands and being like, "What's this?" You know. But other ones are just like, you know, throwing things, running. Like they're all doing general stuff. But the big twist, Conor, is that the 2 trainers, Gillian and Bob, are watching them through a camera. Now, I just want to show you.
Masturbating profusely.
But I just want
I wouldn't be surprised at this stage, Grace.
Yeah. I'm going to show you a clip here of them
masturbating.
Watching.
Yeah.
Masturbating. Watching the contestants.
This is total chaos in there.
I look at the white team and I'm just thinking, oh man, do they even know what they've gotten themselves into? This is actually a really insightful way of meeting the contestants. Jillian and I, with a monitor, watching hidden cameras of a workout on their own. And it was a sight to be seen.
So that was just a short clip. The reason why I wanted to show it, because it's as if the trainers are like, I can't believe, it's like they're watching animals in a zoo. The way they're watching, and they're so like...
That just bummed me out. That just bummed me the fuck out.
But the two of them are watching them work out, and they're literally like, look at the state of them. They don't know what they're doing. And they're like, yeah, like a lot of people go into a gym, they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? And some people, by the way, do. They're like on a treadmill, they're running or whatever. But like, they were watching the 63-year-old couple who were just standing there kind of confused about why they were not being shown around a gym and then judging the hell out of them.
They're like, it's like, this is how you're starting with this attitude of... And have these people been doing the show for 7 seasons and they're surprised that heavy people are unfamiliar with, you know, exercise equipment?
But even like, it's not even just heavy people. Like a lot of people who go into gyms find it incredibly...
Oh, totally.
Incredibly like, you know, like a lot of people don't like to go into a gym because first of all...
It's intimidating.
Intimidating. You might know what machines to use. You think, oh, am I doing this wrong? And you could be any size. But fat people in particular also feel very judged going into gyms, so never would go into them.
Yeah, you don't want to feel like, you know, I don't know, someone's watching you on a hidden camera, like making fun of you. Like that would be like a fucking nightmare.
I think a lot of fat people as well would go, yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Maybe some people who work at the gym talk about people who are at the gym, and I'm sure that they do. So watching that is like watching your greatest fear realised.
Totally. And if you've ever been to a gym as a fat person, you know, getting a trainer or a person who shows you the ropes and they're actually like, oh, don't worry, look, you know, it's been intimidating at first, but like, you know, and they're patient with you and they're like understanding that this is your first time here and that this equipment is dangerous and, you know, it's important to kind of take your time and, you know, make mistakes, or not make mistakes, but like not be afraid to like give certain things a go.
Yeah.
Like you're so grateful when you get someone like that in the gym to help you.
Yeah. You know? Or even like posture, like, you know, when you lift a weight, a lot of people, even like at the at-home workouts, all of the trainers in the at-home workouts literally have to be like, okay, this is, by the way, how you do this, because you might hurt your back. Anyway, by the way, I'm not even going to show you this clip, but the first thing that happens is we just saw Jerry, who, by the way, is the 63-year-old grandfather who's there. He faints. The trainers come in and he faints after his workout on his own.
Oh my God.
Right? And the trainers... This is how the trainers come back. So, by the way, an ambulance has to come in.
Oh,
now, he actually is fine. I think they come back and they explain that it's low blood pressure that he had, okay? But before even knowing any of this, okay, he faints after doing a workout on his own because he's a 63-year-old man who's never been to the gym and they let him into the gym by himself.
Yeah.
So he faints and he is responding, but they bring him to the hospital just in case, right? This is what the trainers say to the contestants, like, when they come back in after he's fainted, okay? By the way, his wife, his poor wife is there. Like, she doesn't go to the hospital with him.
I think we want you to understand right off the bat that it is about life and death.
You guys are exactly where you need to be right now because you're looking at your future if you don't change what you're doing right now.
They're using him as an example. First of all, straight away, as I said, it was low blood pressure. He came back and he was like, oh, I've really low blood pressure.
Yeah.
So they didn't even know why he fainted, and straight away they came in and go, you see, life and death.
Yeah.
Do you want to end up like that? His wife's there. His wife is there.
He might not even be coming back from the hospital, okay? I wouldn't be surprised if he's already in the ground.
Like, that's what I mean though. It's like,
oh my God.
The assumption straight away is they're like, yeah, you see, life and death. And that's what I mean when these people then, if someone's telling you that if you're not here, you're going to die straight away because of your weight, you are going to be like, I have to remain here. I have to do whatever they say.
Oh, totally.
But yeah, I just thought that was like a weird, funny moment. Okay, straight away.
Hilarious.
That was
a hilarious moment. Thank you for sharing. The 63-year-old granddad fainting and them using him as an example. That was just,
So the next thing that they do, right, and I'm going to show you here, is they pick teams. But the trainers, it's terrible what they do, because obviously they're in couples, they're all in different coloured t-shirts, but you're either going to be training with Gillian or you're going to be training with Bob.
Okay.
The trainers first pick the first two teams. Okay. Then after that, it's like, say if the pinks are picked, they pick the next two to join their team. But you're really picking people based on how fit you think they are by just looking at them. They've only met like an hour ago. So I'm just going to show you how this one contestant feels about the whole situation.
And so forth.
Here we got to pick teams, and then you start registering in your head, someone's going to be last. We've all been there. We've all been the fat kid in gym class, and now we're a bunch of fat kids at a really fat gym class, and someone's going to get picked last.
That really hit home with me when he said that. I was like, it is so mean.
Oh, yeah.
To pick people that way. And he has really hit into something.
Totally.
I was the fat kid who was always picked last. Who, by the way, for Duck Duck Goose, was always picked for Goose to chase people because no one thought I could catch them.
My God, Grace.
But you know what, bitches? I caught that goddamn duck.
And I stamped on their throats.
I was expelled. No, but like, it's that thing of like...
Sorry, there was an incident in my primary school when there was some throat stamping, but I wasn't involved.
Oh my God. Where did you go to school?
North side of Dublin.
You Oliver Twist. Like, what happened in your school?
No, but the fat kid being picked last thing, that is just so triggering. Yeah. And I guarantee the people who orchestrated that whole bit, that whole segment on the show, were totally tapping into that.
Oh, absolutely. It is...
They're like, this is a story. This is a story for the show.
Yeah. Straight away, the first thing we can do is really tap into the vulnerabilities of these people. We know exactly how they feel when you're picked last because you start thinking in your head, oh, is it me? Is it something the way I look? I'm telling you, John, like, Conor, the fact that I had to do so much research for this show, it is not good. Okay. And a bit of a warning here for anyone listening. If you do not like listening to weigh-ins, please skip along. We're going to try as much as we can not to actually put any of the contestants' weight into the show because I don't think it helps anyone to hear someone else's weight. But their weigh-in is obviously a big part of the show. It is completely awful what they do.
It's beyond problematic.
It's beyond problematic.
And I think, we are like joking about everything and laughing about everything a lot, but I think that's like kind of just the whole thing with our show and Fad Camp. It's how we process these things because otherwise like it can really like get to us if we because we do get frustrated, we do get angry about it, we do get upset by it, and we do get triggered like we said by it. But also, I think talking about it helps and laughing about it helps too,
Yeah, for anyone, by the way, when we laugh about it, I'm laughing about the way
how fucked up it is.
How messed up it is and how the media actually view big people, fat people is so ridiculous and so wrong that I'm like, if we make fun of this, we can show people that actually it's ridiculous to start off with. Don't take it seriously. Don't watch it.
And how fucked up is it that this was considered normal?
Oh, yeah.
This and the fact that this show went on for so long shows that there was an quote unquote appetite for it. See what I did there?
Ooh.
So what does that say about us as a society, as us as heavy people growing up watching this and enjoying it and judging ourselves,
And it was totally internalized fat phobia. Totally. I, as an overweight fat teenager who hated the way I looked, hated myself, watched this show and hated the contestants.
Right.
I watched, the way I would talk about those contestants was the way I felt about myself. And that's what I mean about these shows. 2004, we've talked about it, the early noughties. Not a good time.
No.
Not a good time.
What the fuck was going on? Reality TV shows. It was this Gordon Ramsay, X Factor, Simon Cowell, tough love, mean bullshit, and that made its way into this fat loss programs. And I think what makes it so difficult as a heavy person watching these things growing up, and feeling like and like you say, hating the contestants and judging the contestants, and it's because it's put across in these shows that if only they would just have the motivation and stick to the diet and see the consequences of their actions and do the exercise just the way us naturally fit and thin people tell them to, they would lose weight. And as viewers, we go, why don't these fat people just listen to the experts,
Yeah. And you know what's so interesting is you're going to see here in this show what they put the contestants through to lose weight. Losing weight is not easy. No. It is not easy. It is actually one of the most difficult things to do. Your body fights you. It doesn't want to do it. So when people are like, why don't you just do this? First of all, like for a lot of people, I'd ask them, how much weight in your life have you lost? And sometimes people will say, maybe I've lost 10 pounds. Sometimes intentionally doing it. Sometimes actually your body naturally changing. You went through a time where you were stressed, you kind of didn't eat, all this sort of stuff. But you've all different reasons for why your body changes up and down. And it will continue to do so. These people are losing hundreds of pounds.
Wow.
What they are doing is not natural. It is really, they have to put months aside of their life to do it. They're doing one of the most mentally and physically challenging things. And we're saying, just do, why wouldn't you do it? Well, what's the problem? They have to give up nearly over 6 months of their life away from their family,
Go to a place where you have, you know, the trainers, you have like you've everything supplied to you in order to do something that is really impossible. So how are you going to ask someone to do that in their life with all the problems that we know we're facing in everyday life?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like every weight loss show, every fad diet, and in so many of the fad diets we've explored in Fad Camp, we see, and I feel like we will see in The Biggest Loser, the law of diminishing returns.
Oh, stop.
That first week or that first month on the new diet, you're going to have an amazing weight loss.
Yeah,
You're going to lose
yeah.
10, 20, 30 pounds. Oh my God, this works.
Yeah.
And the bigger you are, the more extreme and impressive those
Yeah.
numbers are going to be. But then week 2, week 3, week 4, as things go on, your body adapts to this new
Yes,
diet.
yeah.
So now you have to either work twice as hard or eat half as much.
Yes.
To lose half as much weight as you did each previous week until
Yeah.
the point that you get that you are maintaining each
Plateauing,
week.
yep.
You're plateauing. You're maybe losing 1 pound. You're going back up 2 pounds. So, and all you have in every single one of these situations, and The Biggest Loser is obviously the most extreme example, I
Yeah.
think, all you have is a fitness expert going, what are you doing wrong?
Yes, yeah. What you're the problem.
Hi, Charlie Williams. Lovely to meet you. Congratulations on making it to the final round. You are a front runner to be one of our contestants.
Hi, that sounds good, but I'm still pretty apprehensive about being on the show. I'm not sure of the name, the Biggest Loser. It seems kind of degrading.
I totally get where you're coming from, Charlie. It's a working title. Nothing's set in stone. You will be treated with the highest regard throughout filming.
Okay.
Now, tell me a bit about yourself, Charlie.
Okay, I guess I've been big ever since I was a child.
So, I suppose you could say you are the biggest little loser?
I wouldn't say that.
The Biggest Little Loser!
Wait, what was that?
Oh, nothing. We're just playing around with the title a little. Now, come on, tell me about a major event in your life.
I lost my mother at a young age.
Oh, I am so sorry for your loss.
The Biggest Little Orphan Loser!
There it is again.
I don't know what is happening. Just a coinky dink. Please tell me more about yourself. Go on.
Okay, well, I suffered from depression after that.
Oh my God, that is terrible.
The Biggest Little Sad Orphan Loser!
Okay, that is getting too specific.
Charlie, I don't think so. A lot of our contestants have similar experiences. Go on, tell me about your teen years.
My teen years? Well, I had acne.
The Biggest Little Crater Face Sad Orphan Loser!
Okay, you cannot tell me that wasn't about me.
Come on, Charlie. Show me one person who didn't have acne as a teen. I think you're letting your nerves get to you here. Let's talk about your 20s.
My 20s? Well, dating didn't come naturally to me. I found it hard to get into relationships.
The Biggest Little Lonely Lipstick Crater Face Sad Orphan Loser!
What? No, I can perform. This is getting out of control. I've achieved a lot in my life.
Charlie Williams, the Biggest Little Lonely Limp Dick Crater Face Sad Orphan Loser!
Fireside is the Irish storytelling podcast. Every week you'll hear tales of mythic Irish gods, Arthurian knights or Norse Vikings. There is folklore from Ireland and around the world, and even historical legends like Brian Boru and Gráinne Whale. Whether from poetry or prose, lyric or legend, if there is a good story at the heart of it, you'll find it here. I'm Kevin C. Olahan. I'm your host and fireside bard. With over 150 episodes and rising, there has never been a better time to join us by the fireside.
Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the episode. If you want to hear more bonus exclusive content for Fad Camp, make sure to log on to Head Stuff Plus, and for as little as $5 a month, you can support our show and other shows in the Head Stuff Podcast Network and hear exclusive content from Fad Camp. That's bonus episodes, photos, videos. It's a really good time, so we hope to see you there. Now, back to the show.
I'm just going to say, to keep listening, we might have to do 2 parts of this episode already.
God, I need to take a fucking breather, man.
When I say there have been studies done on the Biggest Loser contestants because of what has happened to their bodies since. So please stay tuned for that, because like when I say that, like people, essentially the Biggest Loser, for one thing, has been a blessing to the science community when it comes to essentially how bad it is for people to do this sort of extreme intentional weight loss. Wow. Okay, now the first weigh-in. So once again, we did that. we did a little like warning, and then we went on an absolute rant. But that was our warning. Okay, we're going to do the first weigh-in here. Okay, I'm going to show you a clip. Basically, also for the first weigh-in, you know, all of the contestants are wearing the most unflattering tight lycra shorts I've ever seen in my life.
Bright coloured t-shirts.
And bright coloured t-shirts. For weigh-in, they all have to take their tops off.
Oh.
For I don't know what reason. A t-shirt maybe weighs 2 ounces. Yeah. I think, why would you make someone stand on a scale?
Is that t-shirt made of lead?
What? Pure solid gold. 24 karat gold t-shirt. So the women are in sports bras and the men have to take their t-shirts off, okay? The women, by the way, don't have their t-shirts on when they're standing waiting to go on the scales. They are only allowed in sports bras. The men have to take their t-shirts off when they go on the scales, okay? So I'm going to show you one way in, just to show you what happens when they're up on the scales.
Kristen, your starting weight is 360 pounds. You are officially the heaviest woman we have ever had on The Biggest Loser by 62 pounds.
Oh my God. My weight is more than the guys on the defensive line for the Green Bay Packers.
Your starting weight is... Yellow team, you are starting out with a combined total of 512 pounds. Mandy. What's going on?
I don't even let my husband see me like this.
I'm going to cry like fucking hell.
So yeah, basically they had 2 teams there getting up on the scales. What really got me there, you know, when she mentioned that she was the heaviest woman, and then she goes, by 62 pounds. Like, I'm like, okay, she knows.
Yeah.
And there's no need to go adding. Like, it's like they want to turn the knife and go, by 62 pounds, by the way.
It's because they're operating, I mean, on 2 levels. One is bigger and more extreme for TV entertainment purposes, right? But also they have to have this thing in their head of like, oh, this is tough love. We have to scare them thin, you know, basically. Scare the fat right off your ass.
They like jump out of the different corners.
While they're eating. They're just like, oh my God. Yeah, and I was kind of just reacting there to like, you know, the reaction shots of the trainer, Bob, our pal Bob, his face when the first like weight shows up the screen. He has this like look of like shock and disgust on his face.
Well,
these poor women in their underwear like weighing themselves, and he's like looking at them like, as if to be like, oh my God. And this is your 7th season. I think you're supposed to be helping people lose weight. You know that people be heavy, you know?
Yeah. And also, reacting as if like this person is some disgusting monster that's popped out really isn't going to help anyone. And that's what I mean. Like, you're so right. This is not their first go.
Their first rodeo on the ranch.
You've herded cattle before, Bob.
Yeah, bro. Get your lasso ready.
So you're so right. Why would you recoil like that?
So that what my answer to that question is, it's put on.
Yeah.
You know, it's put on for effect. It's, oh my God.
Yeah.
I can't believe someone could ever let their body, their beautiful sculpted abs like mine just go to jello. Like, get in the head of somebody like this must be their worst nightmare. You know? But really, Bob, you've seen this before. This is your job. You're supposed to be an expert. So like, have a bit of fucking empathy.
Yeah.
You know, and
also,
be
like,
genuine and go, And even if you feel that is like a fate worse than death to weigh twice what you might actually weigh, like, you know, look at it as a chance to like help this person if that's where you're coming from.
Absolutely. You know, as well, like, you've seen these people. Like, I actually look at these people and I'm like, yeah, they're people. So, like, to be, like, talking to someone as a human being and then the moment they step on a scale, go,
it's like they took off a mask.
Yeah, I didn't realize you were some sort of lizard alien. Like,
oh my God, no, I quit. I'm out. I can't do this.
Like, you were just conversing with that person in another room. Like, what are you talking about? Okay. I'm going to show you the first workout now. Okay, the first workout, always a very intense workout. The trainers like to be like, welcome to hell. Welcome to me destroying any relationship you might have with exercise or moving your body in an enjoyable
hell,
way.
maggots.
Honestly, it's like they're going to war.
Drill instructor, and that was also a big thing back then as well.
I call it the Simon Cowell effect. It is really the Simon Cowell effect of this. But I'm just going to show you now a bit of the workout.
Let me explain something to you. When your lips turn blue, then you're gonna pass out. Okay? But you're not gonna die. I've barely even begun the first workout, and Laura starts with the theatrics.
Can't breathe though.
No, good. Is this it? Step up. Step off. Step off. Step off.
Laura.
Quitting? They can get on the treadmill.
I can't breathe.
So, as you can hear, that woman is saying, I can't breathe. You can hear that she's having trouble breathing. And Gillian Michaels is like, are you quitting? You're going to quit? And it's that thing of like, this person is listening to their body. They haven't exercised like this before. Yeah. She, at this moment, cannot catch her breath. What are you doing? Screaming at a person like that and making her feel bad. By the way, she doesn't get to stop. And she vomits.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
She vomits on the treadmill and Gillian Michaels makes her continue running on the same treadmill. They vomit every single workout pretty much over the season. And I'm going to go into contestants' testimonials after this about how much people vomited and how they were encouraged. Like, as in, like, the trainers were like, oh, got another one to vomit during a workout.
Yeah, because that's a good thing to vomit when you're working out. And just this thing of like, you know, again, it's this act that these trainers are putting on. She's sitting there on the side of the treadmill and she's saying, your lips are going to turn blue and you're going to pass out.
Yeah.
But you're not going to die. And it's like, what is this?
Yeah,
you know, she might die.
Yeah.
You know?
Apparently, to you, she could die at any minute because of her weight. So why wouldn't, if her lips turn blue, you wouldn't be concerned?
Yeah. And that thing, like, when you're on a treadmill and you're struggling and you're not used to being on a treadmill, and as we know, treadmills are responsible for 100% of fatalities in America every year.
Like, 100%. Treadmills are genuinely a death trap.
Yes.
So if you're struggling on a treadmill, get off the treadmill.
And if you have a trainer with you, it's their fucking responsibility to turn down the fucking speed gradually so you can safely get off it. And she makes her step off it while it's still fucking moving.
Yeah, she goes, get off. She doesn't actually turn it down.
Step off. That's so dangerous for someone who's inexperienced and someone who's also that heavy as well.
Yeah.
You know, there's just so many factors at play here. And someone who's struggling to fucking breathe, who's having probably close to having some sort of like...
And you can hear her. Like, she was really loud in terms of like actually struggling to take in a breath. By the way, Gillian Michaels is like sitting on the treadmill.
Of her?
Yeah, I love it. Gillian Michaels is sitting on the treadmill like Gollum. Like, as in, like, she's on the side, like, crouched up. She's like, keep going. Like, it's like pure weirdly evil.
And there was also a clip of a guy doing weights, doing like a barbell weight that A, looked very extreme, and B, I don't know how good his form was.
No.
Maybe he is someone with a past in working out, I don't know. Chances are this could be one of his first times. But like the stuff he was doing, he was like springing his spine all over the place.
Yeah, no, you're right. It didn't look like he was actually crouching. His back looked bent. And your man just kept going, another one. So form didn't matter.
No, form
this is their first workout.
Yeah.
So anyone, if you're a trainer listening, you know that the first workout you're trying to get their form good before speed, because they couldn't.
Like, you'd rather you hear it all the time. You would rather someone do 5 like perfect reps than like 50 speed reps. I'm gonna spring my spine all over the place. You know, it's like,
I know.
Come on.
Now,
come on.
I'm not going to share a clip of the challenge because the challenge is actually so stupid that. You know, when you're like, it's like all of it is about making them look like dums.
Yeah.
Like all of it is about editing them to make them look lazy, but also just to have heavy people rolling around, essentially like making them look
do they put
idiotic.
like clown music on when they do stuff like that? No. Okay, well, that's some. A lot of shows do stuff like that.
They don't. Fair play to them now. They have that little bit of dignity.
Geez. Well, you know what? They've won me back. They've won me over.
Let's go watch it
Grace,
now.
you know what I have to say? Watching that clip, when you press stop, I was like, no, I want to see what happens next.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And we had the same experience when we were watching Fit Fat Fit and Super Size vs Super Skinny. It's because the shows are designed in a way to kind of hook your attention.
Absolutely.
Like it's that very much like kind of fast food TV.
Yep.
That you do go, oh, but what happens next?
Yeah.
Does she get back in the treadmill? Her friend seemed to be like motivating her, and her friend seemed to be getting a bit tough lovey as well.
This is what they do as well, right? Because they're in groups, and because if someone in your group doesn't do as well, you start to become the trainer because you're like, oh, I don't want to be eliminated this week, so you better.
Yeah.
And she literally goes,
I've lost my weight for this week. I want to get that sweet 250k.
Yeah. So even her friend is like. About the end of that clip, and I cut it off, she goes, you're not the only fat girl here, so just get on the treadmill. Jesus. So they become then almost like the prison guards. It's that thing of like you're policing yourself. You start becoming the prison guards and like being kind of Stockholm syndrome. Yeah. So the challenge is, I'm just going to describe it, it's on a bridge at night. Right? A massive bridge. And in the middle of the bridge is a mountain of sand that they have to climb. And I say a mountain of sand, right? So they have to, essentially, if they want to get immunity that week, run up and down this bridge 3 times.
Or up the mountain of sand?
In between the bridge is the mountain of sand. And they have to go over the sand and down. So once again, you're showing people, big people, climbing up a sand mountain and falling down.
What are you talking about, Grace? Have you been smoking some shit? I'm like, that is not a real thing.
A sand mountain. Yeah, but why would anyone need to? Why would it be good for your health to climb a sand mountain?
On a bridge? Like, why is it on a bridge?
Once again, all of it doesn't make sense. It's also at night. Yeah, it's an absolute spectacle.
At night? That must have been a nightmare to shoot.
They must have been freezing.
Oh, God.
After this, they go to a doctor. I'm not going to go through with the doctor. The doctor essentially scares the living shit out of them. All of it is weight based. So they do lots of scans, and they do go like, this is your lung capacity. We would hope it to be this, blah blah blah. You know, all this. Like they go into it. One contestant, right, and he's an older man. I'd say he's in his 50s. He's there with his son. He's had gastric bypass surgery in the past, right? His stomach, he says, was the size of an egg at one point, and he put on weight after that. The doctor turned to him, oh, the size of an egg, and he still put on weight.
Oh my God.
He goes, and he still put on weight. Not in any way going, listen, what drives a person to go and get something as extreme as bypass surgery, to staple down their stomach to the size of an egg? What kind of self-hatred might cause someone to do that? And not beyond that, what happens to a person when they eat past physical discomfort of an egg? Because that man was obviously eating more than an egg, because everyone needs to, by the way. Yeah. But like that what psychological thing is happening to this poor man? And instead of that, going, and you still managed to put on weight. So no, I'm literally like, oh my God, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
That's the doctor.
That's the doctor. Which, once again, this is why fat people end up not going to doctors, because they know the doctor's going to turn around and go, well, if you lost weight, it's your weight. Even though if a thin person was there, they go, we'll do blood tests, scans, everything like that. With that person, it's like, oh, it's your weight. Your weight's the problem. You're the problem. Your weight's the problem. So anyway, then this next bit I just wanted to show you, because it's just such product placement that when I saw it, I laughed out loud, because they try and make it look like it's not product placement. But I want you to just watch this and see how natural you think this entire interaction is with Gillian Mike.
You need to be hydrated at all times. All right, take your Filter for Good bottle. All right, you can either fill up at our Brita faucet mount or our Brita pitcher. I like the Brita pitcher because it keeps it cold. And there's no waste, so there's nothing to throw away. Saving the environment, hydrating your body.
Probably cheaper after all, too.
Saves you money. You make a very good point.
My goodness.
It's just in the middle of the episode.
It's like an ad.
They're like in the gym, and she goes to, do you not have your water bottle? To the 2 lads that are on like a treadmill, and they're like, no. And then they literally do this weird thing where she's like, now get your Brita filter. It keeps it cold.
I like the Brita jug. Oh my God, it's better for the environment, right?
One guy goes, it's probably cheaper too. Great point. It saves you money. It just made me laugh, because I was like, oh, Right? They think we're that stupid that we're not going to notice an absolute ad in the middle of it. Okay. Now for the elimination. I'm going to show you this real quick, okay? The elimination. So once again, the elimination is very much like the weigh-in. They go to the same area. They're weighed in like this sort of industrial
zone. Yeah.
Once again, they're made to stand in underwear because for some reason that's better for them. I don't know why.
It's those lead vests that everyone wears. It's just...
Okay. I'm just going to show you a quick one here. It's obviously a very tense moment as well. Oh yeah, they have a surprise twist, by the way, for the elimination. Listen to this.
Tonight, there will be no elimination. But 9 of you are going home.
They all start crying. So the twist is no one's going to be eliminated, but 9 of you are going to be sent home. Essentially one person from every team, apart from the team that got immunity and the team that loses the most weight of the couples are going to be sent home. So one of every couple is going to be sent home.
And then do those people become new teams or no?
Oh, they're staying their same teams.
Solos.
But basically that's what they're doing. Essentially though, right, then there's another twist comes at the end. It's so stupid, but another twist comes at the end where after 2 weeks or like a month, 30 days, whoever has lost the most weight, their partner gets to come back.
It's so convoluted.
It's so
confusing.
convoluted.
Yeah.
But the person who goes home also has to continue losing weight. And
How do you have all this in your brain? I'm just like, I'm so impressed.
I had to watch it last night. But that's what I mean. That why do these twists? Who does it help? And like these people as well are like, oh, you're telling me I'm going to die. Mm-hmm. You're telling me essentially this is life or death. And then you're saying, unless you stay here. But then you're going to kick me out.
Exactly.
For no reason other than entertainment. And they're standing there crying because they're like, oh, this is my last chance at life. Mm-hmm. Because you've made them think that. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And you just sent them to a doctor who was like, you're going to die.
And you know, the thing with X Factor is when someone gets eliminated from X Factor, it's sad because there goes their chance at X Factor fame, right?
Yes.
But when someone gets eliminated from The Biggest Loser, it's so hopeless. It's so like, oh, well, this was them pulling out all the stops, go big or go home. You know, they were like, this is my kind of last chance to finally get my life in order. And it's like, yeah, but you were 1 pound short.
Yeah.
So see you later.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's just like, oh, best of luck. Best of luck to you. Like, you know, hopefully you can take some of what you've learned here into your daily life. You know, what we recommend is running on a treadmill until you feel like you're about to die every day. Do that every day before breakfast. That's a great way to start your day. And maybe in a year's time, you'll have lost weight.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Fad Camp. As always, we want to thank our producer, Darren Lee. If you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to review us on iTunes, Google Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Great ratings and reviews really help more people find the show, and it would mean a lot to us.
Make sure to share the episodes with friends and family or on your social media. Every listen helps.
And we absolutely love hearing from our listeners, so please get in touch with any of your diet stories on fadcamppodcast@gmail.com.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with Head Stuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.